Morning all, welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know me, I'm Kerry, I'm the redhead reseller. I sell across Vinted and eBay. Today I've got some sales to go through and also a charity shop haul as well. So I thought I'd put them both together, just make the video a bit longer. So first of all, I'll go through the charity shop haul and show you what I actually bought and how much I'm hoping to sell it for based on solds. If there are any sold, I will add them to the screen as I'm going through each item, so you can sort of get an idea of what they're actually selling for and if they're worth picking up. So first of all, I've got this big ass golf stand. I picked this up, Callaway razor. It's got a couple of marks and stuff on it, which you'd expect when people are using it to take golfing with them. That cost me £9.95 and I'm hoping to get about £50 back for it. It's going to be big and bulky to post out, so that's not going to be fun, but I'll deal with that at the time. I then went to my local charity shop, the cancer research one around the corner from me in Southport. I picked up these Barker shoes for £5. They're not in bad condition. Someone is currently trying to get 40 for them, so I'm going to aim for about 35, maybe 30 for them. But I have got offers on everything as well, so that'll be me aim on them. They're in very good condition. You can proper smell the leather with them. I'd never heard of the brand before, but because they looked and felt good quality, I thought I'd have a bit of a Google while I was in the shop. Turns out I was right, but 40 quid, you can't really complain, can you, from a fiver? So that's not too bad. The rest of the bits are also from the same shop. Usually this shop does their research on items, and even though they're a £5 and under shop, they have a section that isn't £5 and under. So they have usually put anything that's worth more that they've researched in this separate section. So is it really a £5 and under shop? Anyway, I found this Count Duckula DVD set for £2. I was quite surprised to find this because, like I said, they do all the research. Obviously not on this, because this has got sales from between £20 and £50. Now, when you look at the solds on eBay, they're really random because you've got between £20 and £50, but some of them are pre-owned, some of them are brand new, some of the brand new have sold cheaper than pre-owned. So they're all over the place, but I'm going to probably aim for about £30 on this. So from £2, it's a great little sale, or will be when it actually sells. And it is complete. It's got all of its DVDs and stuff in there as well, and they're all really clean, so I can't complain at that. This guy cost me £2. I'd never seen him, never heard of him. When I looked at the tag, it's actually Disney Henry Huggle Monster. So I've never heard of it, don't even know what it's from. I'm a big Disney fan, but this, not a clue. So I thought I'll give it a try for £2. It is Disney. He's worth about £10. So I'll get that on eBay soon for a tenner. I'll probably put it on my Vinted as well, to be honest. This book cost me 10p. I thought I'll just give it a try. I had no signal to have a look at the time to check the solds and stuff on it. They're selling for anything between £3 and sort of £8. So I'll probably aim for about £5 on it. I don't usually like going for the lower stuff, as it brings my average down when they actually start selling, and I'm trying to bring that average up this year. So this might just go onto Vinted rather than eBay, just to keep my eBay average up. But profit's profit, it's still going to be profit at the end of the day. And then lastly, I bought this keyboard as well for £2. Nothing sticks, it just needs a good wipe. It's an Acer 6512VA keyboard. Obviously I can't test it because it's old school, but from watching the lads on eBay, YouTube rather, not eBay. From watching the lads on YouTube, I have noticed some of the old keyboards can do really well. So I thought that's why I picked this up. And this, someone is currently trying to sell it for 25 on eBay as well, and cut them going at 20. So it'll be £2 to £20, which is definitely a bit better than the book situation. But you know, we move on with it. Then we've got my solds. So we're on Wednesday. No, we're not. We're on Thursday morning. I did a update on Monday. So everything that has sold since Monday so far into 8:15 Thursday morning, we've sold this Revlon primer. It cost me 50p. I sold it for £4. Most of the eBay stuff has got a 20% coupon on it, hence why it's sold for a bit less than I'd hoped. So this was sold at £4. I did have it up for £5. I then sold this Dandy Tiggle Wiggle Teddy. It's new in box and it does work, but it's got underneath someone wrote happy birthday to whoever it was. So I paid £3 for that, and because of the coupon it sold for £19.99. I then had this Franklin crossword solver, cost me £1, again fully works, again the coupon was used, so I sold it for £11.99. I then got this Montaigne fleece for £5.95. This then sold for £27, coupon wasn't used, so I got full price for that. This Lakeland gilet cost me £2. This is part of the 2024 stock. The coupon was used, so I got £14 for that. £12 profit is great, just not when it's been sitting for about 8 months. The little police station, I bought in a bundle at the charity shop. The bundle cost me like £2, so splitting it all out, it's actually cost me 34 pence, and I sold it for £4.50. And then this Monopoly, the coupon was used, which I'm a bit gutted about, but so be it. This cost me £5. Again, it was from the same charity shop where they usually do all the research. They didn't do their research on this one, clearly. Don't know why they didn't. But it's a D-Day Monopoly. It's been opened, but it's brand new. Everything's in it. Half the stuff is still in its packaging without being opened. So, you know, it's untouched. It cost me £5, and I sold it after the coupon had been taken off for £64. So that's definitely something to keep an eye out for. I mean, it's the first time I've ever come across a D-Day Monopoly, but it's cool. You know, the actual board's cool. I'll show you the picture of the board and stuff here, and its pieces. It's very cool. It's different, but some of the solds on that, you want to go and have a look. They're absolutely ridiculous. I was shocked. And then when I got it home, I was looking at it, because I know when I'd seen it in the shop, I knew it had been opened, but I knew some of the stuff was new. So then I was looking at it and checking on it, and I was like, oh, the pieces are missing. So anyway, I carried on taking it all apart and realised the pieces were hidden underneath some of the cards. They were still in the wrapper, but the cards had been placed into the wrong section and they were stuck. So I had to force them out, and the pieces were underneath. So it is complete, thank God. So I was really happy with that. So I woke up to a nice £64 sale this morning, which is fantastic. That is everything for eBay. We move on to Vinted. I sold this dress for £2. This was my item, so it didn't cost me a thing. This gravy jug was also my item. Again, I sold it for £2. I don't eat gravy. Why I bought it, I don't know. Me being me, thought I was going to have a Christmas get together where I cook a full dinner like I did a few years ago. I didn't do it. It got sold. I then sold this bundle. It had a load of Disney figures in it. It had a Disney mug in it, and it had Beatrix Potter books in. Altogether, the items cost me £2 to buy, and I sold them for £12. So £10 profit, no fees. Brilliant, I'll take that. I then sold these trainers for £3.50. They were my items, so it didn't cost me a thing. They just don't get worn. They've lived in the cupboard, so I may as well get rid of them. I own too much stuff. This Mickey DVD set cost me £1. I bought it maybe just to do a bit of research on it. I had no signal at the time. I sold it for £2.50. It's just been hanging around, so I just got rid. And then this minifigure again came in a bundle of stuff. I can't remember how much the bundle was or how much stuff I had in the bundle, but this cost me 20p for this item, and I sold it for £1. It's not much, but you know, every penny counts, and it just gets rid of bits and pieces of stock that's stuck in my house. At least I've made a bit of profit on it. That's everything for the solds up until Thursday morning. Anything that I sell from now onwards will get added to the next video. I'll add the total cost and stuff up, and then I'll be back with you in 2 seconds once I've worked that out. Okay, I'm back. I've worked it out. I knew I'd forgotten something before I did it. So originally, at the beginning of this video, we started at £22,649.67. I then bought my stock, which cost me £20.95. So if I add that back on, it takes me back up to £22,670.62. I then made £148.48 sales on eBay. I then also made £23 sales on Vinted. So that takes me back down to £22,499.14. So we're getting there very slowly, but we are getting there. I did put the promotions back on eBay at 9%, and I have noticed the sales starting to come through again. If you remove those promotions, things are definitely go stale on eBay, same as to do on Vinted. But Vinted is just, you sort of at the top for a day or two, and then it disappears, and you've got to re-upload everything every couple of days with Vinted. At least with eBay you don't have to do that, and eBay also has the sell similar option. But the promotions definitely knocks my business big time, so I've got to keep those promotions on, which is a pain in the arse because obviously it means I lose money. I think on the Monopoly alone, the 9% cost me £7 something, which is just, it's ridiculous. I don't know how they're working it out, because sometimes I'm pretty sure it's cost me more than 9%. I don't know how they're working that out, but you know, I'm pretty sure I've heard George Ross say the same thing in the past, that somehow it's not worked out the percentage that he's saying it should be. So I may need to look into that at some point, but I am going to have a call with eBay because I've noticed the Demise family, they made use of the free phone call, and it's really made a difference to their business. So I think I'm going to do the same thing because I've been offered it as well. But yeah, so that's everything for now. We're ending on just under £22,500. We will see where we end up by the next video. So until then, enjoy your week, guys. Hopefully we have great weather for the weekend that's coming up, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.